The flowers again. You know where we are. We're at the airport. It's now 4:47 in the morning, and we've cleared at the airport. It's been a really good night for a Monday. I've done well. I really can't complain about how well things are. Every time I pulled into the parking lot to watch a video or something, I'd get another call. And I had some good calls too. I just had an airport run. The airport was like $30, or actually almost $40, because it was from the north to the airport. So it was a long run to the airport. So yeah, Monday night, it's Taxi Vlog 405. It is the morning of the 10th of May. And look at this, we got blue sky already at 10 minutes to 5. The sun is coming closer to being up. Isn't that great? Well, it's been a triumphant night. It's been a good night. I still have about an hour to go, and I can't complain. It's been wonderful. Had good trips. Oh, one little thing happened just at the very end. Is like my Interac was broken. My Interac worked fine, but another cabbie's Interac didn't work, so he asked me to put the Interac through on my machine, and then he had to then I had to pay him the money for it because his didn't work. And so I didn't like doing that, especially now that the cab owner is out of town. He's going to be in England until like the beginning of June. So this is going to be rough. Very rough. I need to get cash, more cash. Anyway, talk to you tomorrow. Why is it that I keep attracting these nightmare scenarios? I just got sent to the house of an owner of some cars in our fleet, and I was instructed to take his buddy home. And I asked him which way. He was quite drunk, and I asked him which way he preferred that I take home. He says, "I don't care, just get me home." I said, "Okay." So I'm about to go a certain way, and he says, "Go back!" Like maybe he thought I was taking the wrong way or something, but he was quite drunk. So I went another way, and he didn't complain about that. And I just, at that point, I shut the meter off and said, "Look, you just give me what you think it's worth, all right? You give me what you think it's worth." And so I shut the meter off and I just took him home. And when we got there, he wouldn't get out of the car. He said, "No, this is my car. You take another car." I said, No, you're in my car. I need to keep working." He says, No, this is my car. You take another car." Well, he said, "Give me 2 minutes." I said, "Okay, fine." I gave him 2 minutes. I said, "Buddy, you're here. You're at your place." And then he said, No, give me 10 more minutes. So I gave him 10 more minutes. So I was pacing around outside the car, and he passed out again. Now the neighbors happened to notice, and they came forward. They came up and said, "What's going on? How are you?" I said, "I'm fine, but your neighbor's not very well." And you should have seen how much coaxing it took to get that guy out of the back seat of the car. I could not possibly do it, but his neighbor managed to do it. Number one, he speaks the same language. I don't speak the same language. And then the guy, finally, when he got the guy going, he ended up puking before he puked outside the car. Okay, he puked outside the car, but he got him puking out there. Anyway, so the guy puked outside the car, and this took, I guess, about half an hour. The whole thing took maybe 45 minutes from the time I picked the guy up to the time I got him out of the car. And then he said, I'm so sorry. He says, no, don't worry, I'll take care of you. I said, okay, fine. And he says, oh, just charge Jay. So I charged Jay. He says, $50, charge, big tip, $50. Okay, fine. For $50, okay, fine. I'll do it for $50 because originally the trip would have been about $22 or so, plus another $20 or so was racked up waiting for him to get out of the car. I even stopped immediately the first time. I said, look, you just give me what you think it's worth, And then, well, anyway. So it would have been a $20 fare plus the $20 while he was sitting in the car. So with a $10 tip on top of the $40, okay, fine. I charged Jay happily. It's going to be a little while till he gets the charge. But that's because the owner of this car is on vacation. He's out of town now. He's in England right now, okay? So the charges, he's only going to get the charges in beginning of June. And so he's going to charge Jay in June for that. Oh, the fucking construction crew is still there. Shit. I want to go to my usual spot to take a piss. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? So anyway, it's been a real slow night so far. It's been real crappy, but I had a bit of drama just now. And took care of that. And he insisted $50 to, charge to Jay and we'll fix it up with him. Okay, fine. Now I'm in this parking lot of this Ford dealership looking for, oh, look at that. There's a nice drainage. There's a nice drainage right there. I don't know. You see that drainage right there? That's where I'm going to pee. Well, it's been a pretty slow night so far, and I'm waiting for this light to change. It's pretty sad when the light doesn't... There we go. It's pretty sad when people get aggressive and stupid over nothing. I just had a fare before where I got sent to this house, and it was a guy with crutches and his girlfriend or whatever were getting in. And so there's the guy with crutches, and he says, I asked for a handicap car. This is no handicap car. I can barely get into this thing. Okay. And he said, we want to go downtown. The same place where we had that $6 fare, wanted to go downtown. Well, he wanted to go downtown. Okay, fine. We'll take you downtown. And you should have turned right over there. Well, something. I told him it's 6 and half a dozen. It's the same thing. If you go this way or you go that way, it's just two different streets to get to the same destination. What? Are you Canadian? Are you American? What? What? I said, I'm Canadian. What's your problem? So I'm taking him downtown. He says, do you have iPad or AM/FM? I said, I don't know what you're asking me. He said, well, to hook up our music to your... No, I said, I don't have anything like that. Are you trying to ask me to turn the radio on? Is there a particular radio station you want to hear? And he said, Fox. Sorry, I don't know what Fox is. Just let me know the numbers. And he gave me the number. I think it was 92.3 or some fucking thing like that. So anyway, we're going along, and he says, well, you know, we want you to take us there and wait for us and then take us back. And I'm saying, well, oh, what's this? Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out where that is. Okay, I'll get back to you later. Yeah, so anyway, the guy wants me to come and pick him up after he's paid me and done the whole thing, and he says, well, you know, if you don't come back and get me, well, a blue cab can take us, you know, pick us up. And we don't like blue cabs. Well, you know, I felt like saying right then, I don't like your attitude. But I just left him off there with his crutches and everything, and I'd been paid for that fare, and so I went and did what I was doing and say to hell with him. Because, like, you know, your attitude is really disrespectful and not pleasant, and I was not comfortable with this guy in the car. And so, like, you know, anybody who talks down to me and tells me I'm going the wrong way and stuff like that, fuck you. It was just like the other guy that I got $50 off of. That was the same kind of idea. It was like, you know, why bother dealing with these people? And then I was sitting in the parking lot watching a video, and I was sent to an address. And I went to that address, and I went to pick up, there were 3 guys standing there, and my customer was getting into the car, and this other guy's apparently picking a fight with him. He's shoving the door at him while he's trying to get into the car. And he said, look, you know, do you have to be stupid like that? Like, what's, you know, anyway, what the fuck? And when the guy got in, he says, what a girl. Anyway, whatever. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's like, I don't know. We never behaved this way when I was, you know, a younger adult. We never behaved this way. But people don't know how to behave in public anymore. Good gosh, what a night. Anyway, now I'm going to pick somebody up who apparently, it says she's going to the airport. And it's oh shit. It's a late one. I'm making it. I'll do the best I can on this. Good God. What a nice way to end things. I got a decent tip too. I got a $7.55 tip. So $61 to go to the airport. Lovely. Very lovely. The night ends well. I still have another hour to go. The only trouble is everything's on Interac. Now that the cab owner is out of town. Oh, crap. Now that he's out of town, now I'm getting charges and I can't get money out of him. Ugh, yuck. Well, anyway, I'll get the money in June the way it looks. So here we are, 4:43 a.m. And that's it, that's all. I didn't make all that much money. It's kind of been a quiet night. I made less than 200 gross, and the lease was $95. Fueling will be about $10, and washing the car will be about $3, including vacuuming and everything. I think I'm going to call it now because I just took 2 boys downtown. One of them was waiting in the car for the other one to get back, and he ended up giving me $5 when there was 20 on the meter. And then he tried to run his Interac card, and it didn't work. So I kicked him out right there. He wanted me to take him back where I picked him up. No. You still owe me $15 for what we did already. And it's not my fault your friend ran away without paying. No, it hasn't been that good a night. Beautiful weather though. Look at this. There's not a cloud in the sky anywhere. It's just lovely out. Yeah. Why do I have to deal with these coconuts? They tire me out. Oh, fuck. Should I do one more? Okay. You may recognize this scene, but it's a little brighter than usual. It's the end of my Thursday night. Actually, this morning it is Friday the 13th. And let me tell you what happened. I had a time call at 5:10, and I got to the building, and I phoned the number exactly on time. I was there at 5:05. At 5:10, I called the number. No answer. At 5:15, I called again, 5 minutes after the time call was due. No answer. I went up to the building to check if the apartment number was the same as the buzzer numbers. No such luck. Okay. I went around the back of the building to make sure that my customer wasn't waiting at the back of the building, and just forgot to tell the dispatcher. Nope, no such thing. So now I had to I went around front again, and I called the number again. No answer. So I went to the parking lot and watched a little more of a movie on this phone I'm using on YouTube. And then I went to the bank to deposit some money. While counting the money, I got sent again to that same address. As soon as I got there, I called the number. I'll be right down. Now at this time it's 5:38. Okay, so we managed to get started at 5:43 because, you know, she'll be right down means 5 minutes later. And she's got 2 big bags, and of course she's coming out here to the airport. Now this would normally not be a problem, except that the owner of the cab is gone. He's not home. He's in England for 3 weeks, and now apparently I got called. I got called just as I was heading to work last night, saying that there's a new driver, or there's a driver filling in on the car in the morning. He says, "What time you finished?" I say, "At 6. Now it's 6:04, and it's going to take me about 20 minutes to get back in, plus another 5 minutes to fuel up. So let's say 6:30. I'll just tell him, "Look, sorry. You may keep the car into my shift. That's fine with me." And if he's not going to be very forgiving, well, it's just too bad. So there's your Friday the 13th story. I'll get back to you in about 24 hours, maybe a bit sooner, let you know how the night went on Friday. Oh, here we are again. Yeah, I know I'm dragging something. You can maybe hear it. I think I'm gonna fix it. Okay, take 2. Out at the airport, and it's now 10 minutes to 5. So I don't know if I'm going to have any more business tonight. I couldn't tell you. I had a slight mishap earlier. Well, I'll just check hybrid system, stop the vehicle. Oh no. I'm out at the airport. I just dropped off. I'm having a problem with the car. It said check hybrid system. Well, let's talk about the whole night, shall we? At first I got to work, it was 6:30, and there was a note in the car saying that I was supposed to pick up somebody at 6 o'clock at the Butchart Gardens. Nobody phoned me, nobody told me anything. Apparently there was just a note saying to pick up somebody at Butchart Gardens half an hour earlier. Well, too bad. Hopefully they got another ride. That was really irresponsible. We had a new driver on the car yesterday, and so yeah, we had a new driver on the car, and he drove it for one shift, and he left that note for me to go pick somebody up at 6. 6 is the beginning of the shift, and I usually start at 6:30. 6:30 I start. So right now I've got a message about check hybrid system, and another driver pulled up beside me and said, oh, everybody's curious. Okay, now that I was interrupted, where was I going? Oh yeah, it was busy. There was cruise ships in, and there was a lot going on. It was very tiring and stressful, and traffic was just horrendous. There was a lot of traffic, and every time I wanted to get away, I kept ending up getting people who wanted to go where the traffic was heavy. And so I went there and did that and dealt with those people. And now I had the car acting up a little bit earlier. It was running, the engine was running, and usually the gasoline engine goes out. Anyway, it looks like I'm gonna have to drop the car off at the garage to get a new battery, because the battery appears to be shot. So anyway, things are all right. I'm just letting the car rest for a few minutes before I proceed to go back into town. And I'm going to park it at the garage, and I'm going to leave a message saying it needs a battery. Or maybe I'll leave a note for day shift to take it in and get a new battery. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll just park it in the morning at the garage. Or maybe I'll stay up a little longer, and then I'll go to the garage with the car and get it repaired. Another thing happened because I was kind of tired. I drove into a curb, and I bent the plastic crap wheel liner, or the plastic liner in the front underneath the bumper, and it doesn't look like much from here is wrong, but you can see that it was broken already because there are pieces of tape hanging down that were holding it together. So the tape came apart when I drove into a curb. Because they got some really awkward curbs around here. You know, they're not done right. You know, a place where you would naturally turn in, they put a curb there, so you have to go wide around. And I was very much involved in the conversation with the other three passengers, and so things were a little bit rough. And they were telling me, "Oh, you turn here," and so I'm turning in there, and I knew the place. I'd been there so many times, but this time I didn't see properly the curb because my headlights are aimed too high, or I don't know what, whatever. And then, of course, I got sent on another job to pick someone up, and I picked her up, and she was going to the airport. And so I brought her to the airport, and now I got a check hybrid system signal. Let's see if it comes on again. Let's see if I can get into town without that hybrid system thing coming on again. I'm babbling, am I not? That means I'm tired. Okay, let's give her another go. Welcome to Prius. Uh-oh, there we are again. Check hybrid system. Stop the vehicle in a safe place. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to... See that? See that? I'm going to motor into town, and I'm going to drop it off at the garage. This is the end of my week anyway. And I guess I'll walk home from the garage. Okay. All right, great. I got a great big mag screen. Fuck. Yippee. Check hybrid system. Okay, now I'm heading back into town. I'm gonna call it. The time is now 5:20. It was a busy night. I was out to the Western Communities twice. I was out to the airport once. I had more trips than I usually do. I think I'm 3 or 4 trips into the second sheet. And nowadays, to get onto the second sheet is a pretty big deal. Oh, what more? What else? I have to go home first and get a thing, get a socket. I have to disconnect the battery while I wash the car, and that should reset the computer so that that nag screen goes away, and get that nag screen to go away. And I got all kinds of warnings and crap going on here. Apparently all I need to do is disconnect the battery for 2 minutes, and that should reset the computer, and hopefully it will be all right. Oh, so I can't do any more trips. I'm off the board. I'm just gonna take care of what I can take care of. And apparently there's a day shift guy on the car. What fucking bad timing. I didn't think there would be a day shift on a Saturday, but apparently there is. Oh, man. What a week. I'm tired. I made just under 1,000 for myself. Hope yours is better than mine. Why is it, I wonder, that I keep attracting these nightmare scenarios. I just had one. Oh shit.